My name is Alondra Grijalva. I joined early childhood in 2017 in my sophomore year of high school. I'm now a senior, going to graduate this year, and I'm going to go to the U of A this upcoming fall. So very excited.
So talk about why you were drawn to studying early childhood education while you were in high school.
I had classes with former students, and they would talk about how they learned about different theorists. And I was really interested in psychology at the time. So I wanted to join the class because of the psychology part of the class. So that's what drew me in initially, but I stayed because I really loved working with little kids. It was like so fun getting to like go see them every week, but learning about different theorists was what interested me in the class.
Is there anything that you think back on that stood out that maybe you could relate to personally, or that you saw when you were working with the kids in terms of the theory and study?
Definitely the hierarchy of human need. Like I noticed, this is kind of sad, but I noticed with kids who weren't having their needs met at home that they had more difficult time succeeding in school. So it's definitely something that I saw be truthful. That's something that was definitely real and that you could observe.
So you could sort of tie that brain science to behaviors and things that you were observing in the classroom.
Yes.
In the groups.
Extremely grateful. My teacher, Miss Nelson, she was amazing. She guided all of us through some of the most difficult times of high school. She was so understanding, just the most wonderful teacher. I couldn't have been blessed with a more great teacher. It was great. I'm looking for a summer job right now. I'm taking some classes online just so like I feel prepared. I haven't lost any time due to the pandemic. And I'm going to be entering the U of A in the fall. I'm going to major in computer science. Really excited about that.
Talk a bit about why you chose computer science versus maybe a career in early childhood education or education in general.
Well, I looked at like computer science and coding as something that could get me into multiple career pathways. I could apply that to anything I wanted to do. And there's so much that you could do for children through computers. Kids are growing up with tablets, phones, laptops, desktops, like throughout their whole life. I was born into a generation that's only ever known cell phones. So, and if you don't make that educational, make that worthwhile, then, you're kind of just losing time. So I want to do something with that, like relate it to early childhood. And I'm not just losing this experience that I had. My first grade teacher, her name was Mrs. Morales. She's the one that uplifted me the most and taught me that, being smart and, being nerdy is okay. So, so I think she was like definitely the most influential person in my education. So I wanted to be that for other kids, uplift them, like even if they felt like left out, that it's okay to like be yourself, to rely on those traits that others don't have, which I learned early on. So hopefully they could succeed. I recommend early childhood to every student. Like even if you don't think you're going to go into teaching or you're going to, become something in the early childhood field, it teaches you patience on some, like a level that you don't know. Working with little kids, it's wonderful. Like it teaches you a lot about yourself. It teaches you a lot.